there se see omo showrooms no ebi on Kran ebi o Tema Kumasi Takra de Takwa Mankesi Mobuasi Sunyan bebia organ ha techiman Tamale high sense for showroom or high sense near ma de ene ye omo TV refrigerator chest freezer aircon enko bi keke e to high sense for near ma ye from everyday prices for everyday people but modia say obe ko bebia omo aso eni bia wo Kumasi de City Mall Kumasi Edum Kumasi Tafo ni nyina Takra de Takwa Mankesi Mobuasi Sunyani Techimantali Tamale ho ekofodua ni nyina no ubenya high sense for ewo ho. Okay, ma eni nkomo ba fo eni nkomo ansa na matras me Makot Surgicals.
Makot.
Wo mo enede Makot adult diaper no aba. Very very comfortable to use. Adult diaper empanyimfo. Onse nkola e wo mo mbo diaper. Saso na nyu do baby na movement. Johnson Tentem any do baby abijan na panyin kra hwe baby o no bi aniwa nti kwa no abol man diaper adult diaper wa bol di adult diaper to e bibia wom kama oba wa ba beyi wa boy old man no ma sebi enum nyam no wo na ka ho yes panyin fu bi wo a ka ye bo mo kakra bi akabe ye mom gu o mani mase no man da ne nkoda nti o papa o maame o na na bi ebi asebi ekura bi ase no wo bi kura na baby o do to bi na dia mane no also pre Makot adult diapers bi na afi ma na e come asim sisi yi so nya pretty lady sanitary pad no a eno e bo ho ban kama e ma o ye neat especially so no panty liners na panty liner de onima de kro nka hu ya ga ho be mwa pa be man nim na ye di tum kama se de be ya so ho ene wipes no ne ade o ma sa de Makot crepe bandages number bandage papa ba ko okrum a de abrofu use from de bia ba no Makot crepe bandage be bia ba for obi busa hin no benya ma mencho ne enko why
ehia pa
ncho na afi bia na mentia Mr. Kwesi Apia Ozon's chemist me chiano pa se wuni no
oh minini sha personal but Ozone si de se
wo bezo hu no na
kama ni beje papa kama ni beje papa wo so ya big o wo so wo the pharmaceutical
wo bezo hu no
me pese me hu no
unfortunately yentimi ma hu no wo ko Ozon's chemist abenya Makot ne ma nyina bi wo ko Lancer chemist wo ko Dani Herba and afi poku trading ni nyina bi ho I'm sorry yentimi ma hu no but o meza yenko na ba
Express Group ana yedi ho atrase se opese otukwan ekwa mo na dia enko mobi enkwaju sika obekona Express Group edo otukwan nkrofo do so krom ha edu betukwan wa Jessica ofre kra honfa o frɛ no ɔse o hanadwen mesrɛ ko Express na onfa otukwan ho de kalabule bia ni ho obia no obaju sika ofre na onfa omodo obekɔ asomdwem nkrofo a omodo omotukwan akwa amanane ani adanse fra kireba no ko Express Group na yemfa otukwan opese okwa amanane ekosua de a o de Express on de obekɔ a asempia emma ho Kumasia Asafo Labor Roundabout obehu Express ewo ho enkran First Light Kaneshi Damango Police Headquarters now say ohwemi anopainti Damango
up north
yes Police Headquarters I want to hear ejuma metana sia na mo so send me message so ohwemi enti
my friend is saying
your friend Victoria
rank
and the rank no and as me bisa and me
also my director because unia ba rank police move
me say ade chibia or disappointment
so o inches and just me bisa the rank and yes because me dey on here
o ma na kwaye mo
ni say name yes
Victoria
say name
Victoria say name here dey no me am nya bo am ne na tena fie nya samri ma me say name
Baba is imaginable.
Baba is a kayo. Sa pa kaso no kwa na enyo.
Sa me je meza dia sa me sifo. Baba baby ya obia. Agroni head.
Minimza veke no ade baba. Make say name ya me refugee. Asaba to me.
Uniaba.
Wa sa so na trefie.
Onim ne rank. The only man's here friend of Vic. Baby, you walk or send the brown and walk. Okay. Bravo. Young boy, exactly. Sabazak na boko there.
Yamiado by Shanabo.
Is it the same thing? Cherry.
Oh, we, and then watching, and then I'm watching.
I can't say.
And there should be the 29th day.
Okay.
And based on the Islamic, it's either 29 or 30.
Yeah, tomorrow train signals.
And then if they see the moon, it's just a fasting is done.
Okay.
But who Bosomena,
it's now you continue.
Complete it. Now 30.
The bomb pays on I 30.
Oh, yeah.
29, why 30 no to me?
No, I don't say 30. Yeah, my idea. Yeah, that all Muslims who are fasting, and some I can say fasting in whichever form.
Yeah, easy.
In whichever form.
Easy.
Especially when you are doing continuous 30 days.
No stop. Yeah.
The bubble, the cocoa gym, or some guys, they train with it. Pijana, dear, treadmill, be bubble. I have so much respect for them.
I have for them quite who. We are getting no say jemu bubble.
Yeah.
My
idea.
Yes, penny for no.
We are Mugodi didn't come. On your fasting though.
Now, baby, sound what? I never been sending no also a class assembly.
On your bidder. Now, assembly on your fasting.
That be said.
Last year,
I don't got all your fasting.
Only had no in
selling, but later on I thought about
now, some work I mean, but
that's what I want to hear. Oh, I'm so close.
Baba, I'm gonna kiss with you.
The ICT for Bob and Yenin.
Are they do more light?
Or Mamma had them more up to now.
Namotia,
any problem. Any problem. It's almost schools who are chanting about my. It's my back. You Empinisaro, Muntaka side one, any side one. Muntaka and the lights. MP news are what they all like. Now, yes, I don't need the Mudum, Mamma, the
Mamma, no problem about. And you reason Benham the amount. Be a Sabia area no transform and baby. And you have to find out the meaning.
And I may catch on Mamma Mutino.
And Bob and for Bacho, you ever mammy answers this year. What is happening there? Say. Mo problem amuwo ombesend ya ba no
se waka
mami adesumu a shimusi ya ade achi na still kane ni o
na se no nzu to kama shube babo ego
tama enemy headlines. Okay, we'll go straight. Meko straight.
And Zach
but naka okay we say yeah na me wo special birthday bi na me na fofo bi so hwe yan.
Eh born yeah birthday yeah adwa safo ade.
Yes.
Once you can say name.
Yeah, you can say name come sem bia ama ho. Adwa safo.
Oh.
Yeah adwa safo. Yes. We dey ya die mu a.
Wa nim no bia we fresh.
Yes.
I see you doing squad.
And the squad every supported by my very self.
Oh, Oduum. And the other picture no way. Okay. I join the other one in the.
I just
that's all any year.
Clean.
Come on, this is Adwa. Oh, correct Adwa. Now, infectious smiles. Also, say out me say infection. Yeah, baby, now see here. I bet you. Tama, Emilia Japan. On also Udin, Kumasi City Mall. Madame Emilia Japan. Or yeah, Papa Sofubina or say. Ono so na wo danie
so for wife and
enye ne wife na kra no
na sorry ba so for you akwala
oh sa
le be ke na akwala be
ma na so for sorry ba
na akwala ben you won ke makwala eh mi ni bibi wati
ana obidum bia so say yem fama mercy obodai
munyim friso obidum bia de munyim friso
from Naomi Bodua
obidum
bia say yem fama mercy obodai na obidum bia na ya nti onu su nie
obidum bia Zach, young quiet. And just say United are in action.
Yeah, in action.
Ivan Rakitic. And I just had a friend.
Yeah.
Also, Mbappe 2 or more. Tama. To be 4-1, they say it's to be 4-arm.
Then injuries kakra. I say ya untimi mo. Ayi Lisandro.
Lisandro and Varane are there so far.
Oh, say Nano Maguire born.
And Bruno is suspended.
But the other game, no. Weibo Lindelof played very well.
Or one of the best games.
He played very well.
And Lucio is also back.
Oh, okay.
And we should team know the absentees near Bruno Fernandes through accumulation of cash. And the two centre backs, but Obia available.
Casemiro.
Rashford too is
Rashford Bebo.
And you know, and all Chrome on Man United Kava share 4-0. So say
one.
Oh, I wish 4 goals or that.
One and
the Basakobo 2-2. And we share society.
Of one catch also why 2 more
and was a Betis so 1-0.
Me the time in cancer Rakitic message in am dey ma wo.
Na me catch Rakitic say enye man you qualify. Enye dey pen no dey ba dey qualify.
Me to and e ba am say bo bom na exercise bi. Me kuta and then ajo me do sun mo na me kenkan the appointment letter a freemanship they appointed the current board no and in Sembia or Makai
no you didn't about anope if
oh sir and then share I was doing my reading already it then be sure more headlines here and send their fat just make readings yesterday night you know anyway you know a fat and see person boy me na yes I see
mun kana be
oh so about boy me
no me I dissociate myself from
that exercise no oh but here almost 3 years
me exercise as me nyebi
remembering that
because only Messiah more discussion no
yeah
and a man me because you see based on the appointment in the appointed board no the letter made us to be aware say the appointment is based on an interim report available to them. That was
interim report
from the Lydian Cancer Committee, Professor Lydian Cancer Committee, you know. Interim report Abeka Monsa. And no mujina so the appointment of this board. And you know, Cansem say they want Kotoko now to be run as a corporate entity. Ninya because of the recommendation from the Lydian Cancer report or no.
That is presumably so.
Yes, so and kind baby mpa omunya my aware in terms of Kotoko finances, how they want it to go according to the best practice. Ninya because of the interim report now. No more second to share letter names to a deep very deep say and they say trust in now but now you can't cratana you understand why this current because so they be out say you can't take away the board because the board appointed
then is say my confused wadaruma
until the encombra
I mean bezen dey wo ye
until encombra
say only foreign na say
Mitoto Enra Champions League match is about so na we feel say for Inter Milan no makwa edwani nya ewo Benfica Kromonom no because that 2-0 win now munya no everything nature say at home na bad team for Benfica to overturn that scoreline and qualify. Entendra Benfica played very well at first Giuseppe Meazza but na edwani nya no half of it and more than half has already been done in far away Portugal enti na mo ayede enti for Inter Milan I think say now they set up a derby game in the semi-final of the Champions League against AC Milan. Let's see how that game will go. Maybe I'm not attention in our one Monique. Because maybe the fee say Thomas Sugar and the mountain beat me. I'm a scare kakra. Scare and say be at the point of only 1-0. At the point they be at 2-0. Then all of a sudden a pressure. And I share how Pep Guardiola need to beat me. I reacted to that pressure from Bayern Munich. But I'm Kwanesa. So the Biana Mutaka saying about pedigree. I am sometimes me were different opinion about the pedigree argument about Champions League, you know. But about pedigree, I must you know multiple Bayern Munich or Champions League in terms of pedigree.
That's just I mean, obviously there will be exceptions. And the second one, money be done, be any be done. And those who have won will always win. There are exceptions. There are other factors, but one factor is that also win competition. No?
Yes.
But there are other factors, and you know, say you a pedigree, who can do be a kujambo. No.
There be, and then there's sanity. Now, and so we have both legs now. They are not a bad side. Yes, I agree. Say to hear before team, no. You could clearly say this is not his team yet. This is not Thomas Soyer's team, and he's managing to get the best out of them to play. But in both legs now, boy, you know, when you say, the best team in both legs, and I could feel, you know, but the team that was determined to qualify, in Man City qualified. But for the first time, both home and away games now, boy, now both legs now. City considered possession. Unlike Pep Guardiola's team, I didn't intensity.
No, you have done that this year.
Yes, even against Arsenal.
You should the same.
Yes, or against Arsenal. Yeah. It's what we say. Now, and yet, time behind a bubble life at the ashe. It will be a so called the ugly way and get your resource. And from the start, referee born up and I know I can say he's not going to attack Bayern Munich because me say the more he attacks them, Sauber front line no pace now more no. They will use it to punish him, and even with that, even 1 year sample, no, I think say, for example, share that early chance of Leroy Sané. If it was so early, say, I want to ask them more. Look at the dynamics of the game. Say, "Kebet Masasa." Minim how of course, he didn't even hit on target. Never one I'm saying. They created decent chances. But so too, Sabante always scream with the final Upamecano. I wish the team be no, but we should say Obenyes Sabante will team. Upamecano.
He had an awful day on the back.
Both leagues in now, so not just one game.
Now what is Arab commentator no? Being commentator no. I'm from Opamagua.
Also Haaland Kakra.
No, I want to believe so. I say Haaland since no it too much. Because you see, look at the first leg. We wrote to go now, and it was from sheer brilliance. 2 goals in on Man City. He virtually gave them 2 goals. And then when Okuruma dia Bayern Munich try say they will do something no. Another goal 1-0. Bayern Munich ababetika no omafrim. But you know I think say Bayern Munich say they are one of the few teams to at any point in time they have a very good side, especially when they are playing Europe. They are not an easy side too. I say untimi enko twumfo simple sa because bona City boy and say yes, City are qualified, but I think Thomas Tuchel, maybe on 1 or 2 signings, be the augmenting the squad now. They are good to go. Tiambo City about. Who's the Pep? 3 years in the semi-final, 3 years. 2020-21 on the PSG and a boy no show no final. Last year on the Real Madrid, Okoteki lead Real Madrid by sharing the last within 1 minute 2 goals and they qualify in free. And this year we call another semi-final with Real Madrid. Okay, I was call Bayern Munich no. The 3 years in Yarambo semi-final. The 3 years now, Dio Munich now, or almost semi-final. But I think say semi-final no Champions League, and you know be remembered for playing the semi-final. You know be remembered for playing the final of the Champions League. You will be remembered for winning the trophy. And today what do you know? You know when you know so too. If he say, was it ultimate trophy no? Now Obi who say, you know when you know with magic trophy no know. Let's see how that how it
also focus concentrate on Champions League. I don't know
between the league and the Champions League.
League go on side.
You've won it
4 times in the last 6 years. To also concentrate on Champions League. No GB now.
Yeah. On choose between the league and Champions.
Obviously, he has to choose the league. Where they are saying
yeah, it's on Champions League.
I know the league no.
They will not league Champions League more. Yeah. More because then they all know.
Now, so what's your take on the 2 penalties now? Referee no, because maybe if
no, sir, referee no.
That guy. problem.
He's too harsh.
Yes.
He doesn't wear red card. Okay, then later the player was even offside. Oh yeah.
From France, I don't know because I've never liked that.
Took a red card.
Yes.
It was a touchline thing. No answer. Yeah, froze.
No. I say he's rated, but maybe honestly, I've never liked his officiating. So the games are kind of first one the games, you know. ana enye ikra.
That's fine.
Europa League match yes Sevilla Kromonom no wa oni mo bia no one venue wa intimidating venue nti wo hwe Ivan Rakitic asaba kan no na o ka kire o se Casemiro ne David here there o ma babo order and they should send a signal to the other United supporters say they are coming to Lions Den. So now did they from the first minute to the 90th minute, and you know the atmosphere no any idea very friendly for United. That is the signal Rakitic they come on Manchester United. But United Real Betis the same town Sevilla akoshe Real Betis they won against Sociedad by Barcelona and could stand Manchester United. Mr. Otuo, the Manchester United our time the midfield is not available in Europe. Minim team the midfield never better than Manchester United. If United our more midfield no available.
Bruno Fernandes,
Casemiro,
McTominay, Casemiro, Fred, and
we are doing.
I saw come Manchester midfield.
Me say so United our midfield trial now.
What's in the midfield nyina?
The say no the midfield trial. If they are fit and available, there is no team in Europe that have a better midfield than Manchester United. Oh, no. And that's what I'm making. You can pick any.
One casa nine. Who there to us because any other idea the budget. At the end of my best. What makes them the best?
One their performance.
Their performance way.
How they control games.
Their performance way.
At Manchester United.
At Manchester United, what have they done there?
The results been about.
At Manchester United, what have they done? Are they not third or fourth in the league?
Yeah, because they didn't start the league together.
How many days? So how then do you rate them? Because you see, teams are playing the Champions League. They are in the semi-final of the Champions League. You are saying your midfielders are better than them. And go for Bonre ya about Champions League. About semi-final. We Europe now. Also the AHM.
Until Champions League. So AC Milan team better than Arsenal team.
I'm saying, the moment you start say no team in Europe is better than that, you should have evidence, records to prove it. And I'm saying that the only time you prove how good a team is during competition. And in Nigeria, the AC Milan for them, I know of the names that you want to hear. But as far as European competition here concerned, no, semi-final. That's my argument, young man. That is my argument. You are not leading your league. You are not in Europe playing any at the Papa Bia Europe. You are only playing the Europa Cup. And the midfielders, no, Omi better than Real Madrid midfielders. Didn't
Omi pay.
Nana one ka so mo yepe na o ka say obi en
one mo yepe
dia Omi pay.
Bruno Fernandes no ka ho.
Obro ho aso.
Eriksen
one no yepe. Ono one yepe. Eriksen no one yepe.
Eriksen.
Ti Eriksen ni we emphasize Eriksen ni Modric.
Eriksen no.
Na Eriksen no young than Modric.
Say oso mo yepe.
E kwa beso.
Oso mo yepe.
Modric is 100 times better.
O say on the count oso mo yepe say e fa no one after.
E kwa beso.
Near the Bruno Akoma
Cruz generating you must say an honto.
Near the McTominay Akoma Casemiro who dey come hwan.
Who is better than him?
And as Eriksen no.
Madrid midfield no. On to obi a no pam no. Oh no pam no.
Eriksen no.
He decided to leave. He decided to leave when.
Eriksen no. Mo say ne tipe ne Kevin De Bruyne.
Aye.
That's all no Kevin De Bruyne no Bruno na.
And the Bruno Kevin De Bruyne.
Since Bruno signed for Manchester United, the only player with goals and assists more than Lionel Messi. The only player with goal and assists more than him.
Now Bruno was a goal saying Manchester United.
Oh, he has scored a lot.
I say goals to say. You see, the moment you start with statistics, you should be able to provide a figure. Since Bruno signed Manchester United,
yes, within that period,
no player has scored goals more than him.
Like goal contribution.
Now Manchester goals in essence.
Assist and goals. I mean,
on Oba and goals for Manchester United last year the league. How many goals have Manchester United scored this season?
Within that period. Within that period. Where the test is.
Kevin De Bruyne has some no can is ano.
People don't enjoy the discussion.
The Bruyne body in terms of goals and assists. Since I joined United. You
see, the moment you start comparing players, you don't use Obi goals and assist alone. And no, yeah, they are tunting, and yes, but yeah, they tunting. We look at players based on qualities they have,
yes,
and their contributions to their team. And you are saying that since Bruno Bayern, he's better than Kevin De Bruyne
at Manchester United. The influence of that team.
Influence.
Now
the brand influence over Man City being
Sevilla club no. One game that United game that straight win for Manchester United. United will win. Now or their core semi-final of the now Sporting Juventus match no to say e me ni ko. So Juve first 1-0 every first leg in there. Now okay first leg now a game that Sporting but for almost wastefulness. Let's say going to say 2 or 3 goals 3 no one no. But almost a chance in easy then a goal that's from nowhere and Juve do show 1-0. And a game I see a new con because Juve no one of their roots that office Champions League and the Europa League. The thing say
and now Matisse is so mad the number. Yes, it looks good for them.
Yes, it looks good. Yes,
and I go feel
yes, it looks good. In fact, and I will reading around there. I say I am betting 15 points and then they will hit into the top 4. I think the second or third position. Second position, yeah. Second or third position. One of them.
15 points now.
Until almost maybe by close of day and no say or China. That information results ready to come out. Yeah.
Okay. That is it. Omo their attention are to 1. Say omo 15 points no more Champions League. 2 say any year one rule that the team say they can easily play Champions League to win the Europa League. And maybe omo now after Sporting Lisbon if they are able to eliminate them, they are meeting Manchester United or Sevilla or the semi-final. Then the next one not about to Aswako. And say one game based on what happened from the first leg, and an easy game at all. And then our Sporting Crew but I still believe say Juventus based on experience. You say this stage where now I am a experience a county year and Sporting for us in Europe this year they are not good at home. The entire by Europa League and they say in the Champions League they lost 2 home games. Meanwhile away Oman lose a game. They lost only one game away and lose winning 2 away. But at home, they lost 2 at home. And I'm moving Champions League. And on by so Europa League, Arsenal, and I'm about draw in the first league at home. And and then I say I tip Juventus to qualify over Sporting Lisbon in that game. Roma at the 1-0 in Ebefi. Papa in every pa Feyenoord guys, they are very stubborn. They are playing one of the very very good football so far this season in Europe. But I think say. Maybe a papa will how Nini Brad when he wants to achieve, and there at Stadio di Olimpico, very very difficult grounds. Say Omonia Brea teams have suffered at Stadio Olimpico. The last one Obekaya Barcelona after winning comfortably in their first leg, Eko Kwaji 3-0. Until one venue say Emuya Diena Omudu this leveler, they know how to grind and how to get results. And then I step Roma. To qualify over final, but to send an easy game because final boys, they've shown say they are not leading the Netherlands league by fluke. They are leading because they are the best. They are leading because Omodumo so far in Europe has been one of the best that you can admire them for that. Any an easy game for Roma, but I think Roma have what it takes to grind and get that results. I bet me and they will qualify so too.
Okay, Bafo. Yeah, go ahead.
And or chance so and suffer be say 1 week no. Nyameda Romano abody no eba be do ye lawyer question teaching
1 week na body.
say ne se fi America bana yetima be kra na chi wa hanom
so enye only nke
there I'm just saying nyameda Roma lawyer kwesinya ntechinum ne grisation mu kodi echini kohwe na na John nmu akoji aba bidukumase kama kamanti ya kra no embrace na afia kama kokra na chi kra nti ochina na ni na wotwe na kasa so enso ebeba so nti no na eno so na itamana madam Fubi ewo Ike eni ni nkofu bi anope omo so mo bi mu won kan am say from Floors crypto wallet team omo hwe Ike Ban Isaac Ban popular no K Ban omo so ehwe den a omo bi mu samre a ye ka say na Davido enso so anope ono so ese menchia omo no Kotoko forum ono so ehwe tama kakra on 3 years after Professor Lydian Cancer Committees finished their work. Ubekaya committee no ebae because na edumre bia na ase enoma ema ekrisene kakra e wokotoko and timura hu se ehia se esese yepekwan beso ebefa kotoko da chine kan kono enti committee no invite a lot of people ema omo nimdie wa agokansie mu omo nimdie kotoko mu ene nipa ahodo bebre omo nyina no kokoka omo nsem kokere omo adwen ekokere ekwan a omo hu ni se ese enumu no na afi give birth to this current board ya omo wo hoi and tama se wokokofa menim se wo bi wo ho no makofa statement na announce board na se wo hwe ba bia na ye free ba any the leading to the formation of the committee offense committee no any the and also enam so ma e de board yi ba ya na de bia na obunkupon na ukọhwe wachi a na ase bibia anshedan ensesan ye as a normal nanka yenim say with the formation of this board ka ye behunu say afi ye hu say kotoko kọ nanim konkan eno bi daddy anase ye hu no maso nku bi no bibia ansheda ensesan bibiri sa apart from the managerial structure no the current management no it set it up ye nyina na ye mpai bone say eno krampo me reservation kakra because it appears to me say ebrebidu na say CEO no exit here sa managerial structure no e be collapse minim how it will be maintained because of the way set it up no and it appears to me say as a board no with the adwuma yedemo any the leading to the formation of the committee no ne munsem PPF by no clearly there has been a huge failure as far as I'm concerned on the part of the board no and for now no kakra meka ho because me wider worker me pese me ye wo ho amrepa mu no ba be hu adwuma tama producers no my bia makoye mo adwuma kakra with regards to Kojo Obin Junior at House of Folk information is say offer bi ebaya $20,000 na say na almost say has penifo no I reject it sa offer no but tama me komu no de me pikin number 1 agent bi na de sa offer no ebaye na nipa na odi agent ne mo de offer no baye no e ka kire agent ni say aka Obin Junior 2 months enti no ehun hia kra say obeko house for no hono no makokasa omoma tam ne nso so omsi omo check fencing transfer match na aka 2 months enti no ehun hia kra so obeko house for no kra no house for makokasa enti omoma tam ne nso na omomfa no as a free player enti with regards to say omo any house akasa me check ye no the agent officially has not gone to House of Folk ebia so many nipa binum na akasa in and around House of Folk there then that is fine but House of Folk themselves need the agent na ankom ho na say onyankom in fact information ni chere say bra kotoko ni has bo wie no omo try say omo ne no ebenya meeting but em say sa meeting no entimi ankasa but entimi amaso but omo ne Obin Junior ekasa verbally emani hu say that offer is there and all that now time information also ebiem so ni say nanka agent ni benya nanka one Obin has for kukushiaye amomo ye the necessary discussion but because obitia omo na so say aka 2 months in no na just say now no so mo play the weight game no etwen ehwe. Another information I may pick, and this in and around the player of Bin Junior no say number one, boy no answer pre-contract agreement bia now you say has over friend match be my supporters no charge on so no akwa pre-contract agreement on kan kire ubia boy no echechire mu kire say there be on sign pre-contract agreement with team bia na say agency bia, and it appears say Bin Junior will want to extend his contract with House of Folk. It appears so nkomo na me die no na utie nsem a omo ben no e kan ne it appears say he want to extend the contract with House of Folk. Na say bia say offer no e da so ho no mo a then the people may or can come to House of Folk for further discussion na fi o ma how best because it looks like Obin Junior doesn't want to move, say even if that offer is there on person obeko wa bra obeko na ebia House of Folk and benefit in any way whatsoever. And you know, say even that opportunity no crowd or na or say anka extending the contract with House of Folk, and so ebia in the next few days or weeks ahead, you know, or obeko running penny for akwakotenase na omo aye discussion with regards to say bia obetimi extending the contract no ama wetimi ato so esi akan e dia ma House of Folk na say afi say offer bi ba na che say no de onimi say okwa na House of Folk so e benefit ndi eno so ye kakra e free sa angle no so babat they are getting ready, and I understand say ebia nyamebo a ochina anopa omba betwam wa hanu akọ bobo mo ho against betwam match no, and koma me die ni nyina no focus no according to me sources no say the player wants to focus and help us to focus. Say matches are acadom when so mo yire omo what chance say omo so no ometima fighting for the league, you know. And at this time, you know, contract ceremony, all those things, you know, he wants to put those things behind him, and then concentration, you know, any more of fighting to make sure say omo timi I get it closer to win the league, you know. And also Kakra and also hono.
That's also ni enko sa.
No, to message Jeffrey and Krayaba. Ken Harley.
Yeah, no, Ken Harley no yeah or interview Prosper and Coach Kosiapia. No interview.
Yeah, I say on Kosiapia na to mo program this year.
Oh, okay. So,
Coach Ken Harley of Kings.
I know go interview Prosper.
Yeah. I say on Coach Kosiapia this year to mo enjoy show.
Kotoko incoming coach and say I live a side, and I say him.
So I see it now. 19 of that.
Tell me, say Asamba up there.
Asamba,
but for what we hear, no, most likely say it be a better next season. Since I see media
next season, no one never because got to go more with your Tamaso. And one Konya, and as I did, team for.
Oh, Town said there's a chances that Abia say who would team in one who say Abia will be an opportunity at us, so we'll be planning ahead. We're planning ahead. Obian planning, sir. And they all almost so no. Omunye directly involved in running of the club, no, either at board or management level. But omu yankofo omu ben kotoko omu timi edin kotoko enkomo kotoko. Not for coach, but we do and some of them, oh, coach, that is how can you be bar? You better send where some cacradia my
who go be coach. I got that Chanconia bar. I didn't 80% near there that
80% in the near with regards to the current management.
That Chanconia bar, I know got your coach, that Chanconia.
No, when your coach Biakako, when you're a son of the club,
the Chanconia bar.
And you know, say,
my ban was 1 penny. Like to matter young.
Chama catch was a coach here ready so.
Oh, Philanando.
Oh, let us have Philander over confirm me.
Oh,
Philander won't confirm me. Who confirm you? Confirm me.
Son of the club.
And that conditions were put before the CEO. I think the CEO was able to fulfill those conditions. Probably because Apia was the
statement where they it means that AC will not fulfill those conditions.
In my view, yes. Because I say on this guy, and legend confirm me.
There are issues with statistics now, you know.
Sir
Bruno, Kevin, De Bruyne.
Listen, there were
issues with it. Yeah, maybe it's into the uncle. But you are no private. You are punk.
That's not fair. It's not fair to listeners. And to listen, it was public. It was a public conversation, and I'm for I think as a result of that, maybe the message.
Bruno, check.
Yeah.
What was
since Bruno is signing Manchester United,
yes,
no player on earth,
goal contribution,
and no goals and assists,
goal contribution,
a chain.
Bruno Fernandes.
But me checks no. Me inti me do chapter 4.
Now we are on the back.
Like we have to.
We started dey be ohono mo a. We now signs inside na wo ye no. E lead to e so
now who the Bruno I go compare Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh. I don't know why
since Bruno ba Premier Division, Premier League, you know.
Yeah.
Only the number of times that Kevin De Bruyne player best player in the of the league they play.
Best player.
He has never won player of the month.
Premier League, no. When was just 2 times on winner player of the month. You know, in his entire Premier League. But you know, check Kevin De Bruyne. Player of the month.
He has never been won the player of the month in England.
EPL player of the month.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Player of the season.
The season they wajibi, but he has never
player
won
of the season anyway.
Overall best serious.
But so we the one you were look as a player of the month. And I remember say onji bida. And when maka bon.
So I don't want to catch.
There be coffee esa no kind. But
you compare players we know. But when you player of the season, but when you of the month. What's mean no my always. No I come in for 2 times. 2 times player of the season.
So
as I the league 4 times.
So Obajano and Tiabon. Then they found Obajano.
So by Onibi.
Obajano, I feel we are
by last year, not Bruno, no, J. No. Now, when you compare the other day,
there be Obiaman compare.
Okay.
I saw me kind and say, who's a mere specific. And then just say, yeah, they say,
Matthias.
And I'm a
this admission is
me cousin, me kind.
Okay.
But I don't just say, oh, yeah, they say,
we are some buying or say Manchester United are the best midfielders.
Yeah.
In Europe.
In the whole of Europe.
Me say they are more fit trial when they are available. Obia and monuments in there.
Ericsson and Bruno.
Yeah, on senior.
And they are now. Edu baby a
minu ya catching the giant
minu e mam breakfast
you enough discussion
ebinu mo Luka Modric Toni Kroos Zaki to ebinu mo Toni Kroos Luka Modric
ya unu min ko mani man
ebu e Bernardo Silva De Bruyne Rodri
obi class na ada na eje chinye we you say go
ese dia ama me bro
ama for both
me tie ni eje interview now here
Luka Modric
and in Sama waka about the club and the recent happenings about because na me opinion bia just that time now moment me anka bi se metisem krofo ka teams ho salary asama I know mo pa so say a delay if you've been closer to football administrators and unim kwanya football running Kroma say ya the least idea obey na say we better reduce so I criticize team be say salary delay for 1 month and after 2 months. That's the least thing that you obey. So to see I know what I say. We have a player in Romania. Bare 3 months in Indianica. 3 months. He's playing the top flight Romanian league. He's playing football.
Man justify.
No, I'm justify here. Me can't be. I'm not justifying the fact that the mention only say
workman compensation.
Say unim how our football needs some netitena. Anyhow revenue generation needs some how it is. The least I'll be say salary delay 1 month, 2 months. Would it be? I say
it doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to what?
To delay.
Oh, but say why
It doesn't whichever way.
And unim one group of people I say sadu ye nimpa as on trouble. One group of you say nim about salary delay pa
It does on
but I did 29 30th.
I don't know what say.
But in me money in general.
But see whatever it
is
justifiable.
I wonder why you want to
No, I'm not justifying it. I'm not justifying it. But you see, salaries and something. There are so many reasons that I'm salary delay. It is a dozen. It means that I the least problem that we should be like dwelling on. And the least problem I higher football chromacy as we should dwell on. And young problem put in how Sikasem our way of generating revenue clubs come for years ago chromacy. And the other officer on now but kakra. Now only do as my near Jaken. Okay, I said Tamane we must container no. One of the arguments recently by Amponier, the old burden and Dr. Kekes upon Asia when we are occurring right of man to also. Meanwhile, Keke Dr. Freewater, they need immediate management and no crime and sorry. Nanya Amponsa management we need immediate management follow Dr. Kekes upon. And he say all the question almost say I didn't know about contain among to a doctor then as well. They ask yourself say don't precede doctor.
That what are you responding to?
No,
that's all the questions we buy.
That be near Jensen and Mikabi.
Near Jensen candy.
Near Jensen, yes, and some fossil.
On a candy,
on a kind.
Say obese container.
Yes. Near Jensen and Mikabi say, all kind of me forms to say, and some are all women are proper legends who need some now. You see, these are legends, they come and sit back. College or a proper legend or one of the legends live because they brought born Kotokone trophies in leagues on Beji any African po. The last time I got to Konya in Niger Power Africa, which is the kind of excitement, you know, do man the trophy, no, but nay and the near Jemu and that group, no. And you know, he has sat back and who the air cost of Kotoko visit there be. Why first why you can't some as if say there be any crowds or no. We should situate the situation very well. Name make a very argument to name the current situation of the club. At the near J, if you say wait there, he's for the past he's one person now about when Joba Kasa who's a yes way a player or Kasa. I may who the current situation sending them here now obia understanding the situation in the moving on. Mizoto na me ka the 3 years on after the Professor Lydian Cancer Committee was set up. What are the recommendations of the committee and what is the impact it has had on the Asante Kotoko club? So offer Katana they appointed the current board now. One, if you pick the first paragraph, His Majesty Otuo said to the second, Asante Hene has constituted a new board of directors for Asante Kotoko and charge it with an ambitious task to rebuild the Asante Kotoko brand, not only for its performance on the sporting field, but as a viable economic entity. And so offer the first paragraph now. Adebakwa so clear and say it shouldn't just be about the sporting asamunkwa. And so clear say it shouldn't be about sporting food, but it should be viable economic entity. It should be viable economic entity. And this is the first paragraph of the entity. Now you bring it back, say tax that is one. It should be brand not only for its performance on the sporting field, but as a viable economic entity. So one, it should be sporting wise, they should viable like on-field achievement. Again, economic viable. They should be able to generate money on itself. Name from what team no bra. And to first ademi anyway.
Sa board way and then the management. No apeke. Sporting wise, they've won the league. Their first season. This board and management at second behind House of Folk. Season way, yes, they're out of the FA Cup. League, yeah, it looks like a bad thing. But they are still, because the points made up in there, you can't say they are out. And to one, food on the foot, they've won the league. Off the foot to be economic viable. Net means cash. Now, since I take Kotoko, this is the only time the team has been able to run a team now. Team na generate sikadi ashen since Kotoko was formed. Ebin si da. Say team na did sika ebon hobra. This is the first time we are seeing it happen at Kotoko. And on that, over the first paragraph now, it has been achieved. Now, baby, I said no one the paragraph 2. Because who can letter now or say they formed this board based on the recommendation and interim report of the Professor Lydian Kesa Committee, Eti yeah from a board ye Brown interim report of the institutions and Tokotoko. And no one among the tenase and the formal board way to be able to bring every obia on board near any team and the Osha paragraph 2 now. Oba the panel gave the green light for the constitution of a new board. The panel which that referring to the prof committee, Emma the green light for the constitution of a new board to bring Asante Kotoko SC in compliance with both licensing regulations of the Premier League and its statutory obligation under company laws. And to where recommendation from the committee, Mr. Committee, say NMA mention the green light. Say among from sa board way. Na enti meetings are ademenu amaka way. Enti oba paragraph 3 ya. Hono mo ka say they are appointed the board chairman to chair because he financed the club for 3 years. That is paragraph 3. So the reason why I was on chair board because for the past 3 years we solely financed the club for the past 3 years. Paragraph 3 no. So
paragraph 3 is there.
And Dr. Kwamichi, chairman of Unity Group, is retained as chairman of the board in recognition, underlined, of the fact that he has single-handedly financed the club's operations over the past 3 years. But with my teacher, Mama, oh, sir.
And to ask him, so say you raise an issue and you were questioned, then so you go ahead.
Okay, and so now I'm so offer a year down no about paragraph 4. Hana some no palm so too. Because as I'm making your coffee, based on the committee report, Utie mention like na. Almost say into report na committee the more and no one just their comments are board and the piano will link you today because that is why we are meant to know. Say the report at the more entina their forms are board now so over for now. However, he will work in a corporate setting with a board carefully chosen to blend continuity with a combination of corporate dynamism and integrity. And I have some case one. So based on this letter, they say Prof will come to some chess and I say I'm going to report on the Maya. Kotoko was lacking Ayama Kanzi based on the report. Now Kotoko like corporate dynamism and integrity. Based on this report, Kotoko na like corporate dynamism and integrity. Now Kotoko like financial prudence. Now Kotoko like professional expertise. Eti omunya report no. I don't say there be afe no. We have to make Kotoko corporate dynamism and no integrity. I say make Kotoko financial prudence no. Ejina yie Kotoko must have professional expertise. And then no blend this board together because no feel say sign your Kotoko and like sign them away. And you blended this team together. So Kotoko Benyasa do win we're simple so too. And now no I say you blending them together no. Are we having corporate corporate dynamics and integrity now? Mkofi na boa me say betimi answer bia me a. You blend your mono financial prudence adwuma. You blend your mono professional expertise adwuma. And you say this character kind of carefully indictment over some previous administration. Say okay character very well a indictment over previous administration be. If you read the letter very well, just say na previous you know.
Wait, Mr. Answer come my Iraq crowns a confused and my confused. Me said I won't ye. So, Mr. Why are we here?
We are here because producers now say 3 years money. I don't want question mark. Also more in question mark down. I don't say what is the impact it has had on the Asante Kotoko club? It impact no. And my for Kata and me say you
impact no say.
Impact no say today. Previously no. Prof Koye on the moon say Kotoko were lacking corporate dynamics and integrity.
Impact, what kind impact?
Today they haven't corporate dynamics and integrity. Today the impact into producers no. I'm answering their question mark here. And before the committee report, Kotoko was lacking corporate dynamics and integrity. And whoever was at Kotoko before the report, you know, come out. Today, they are having corporate dynamism and integrity. Before this report, Kotoko was lacking financial prudence. Today, under this board and management, Kotoko is now enjoying financial prudence. Under this board and management, they are having proper professional expertise. And untina and say ima etwa krata financial professional expertise minyo because kroma say no Kotoko krata ma wi ase nyase Kotoko. And on a committee no fast krata say there be Kotoko doesn't deserve to be ridiculed based on just writing letter. And so today, if the administrative manager of Kotoko extra letter, when you read it, no quote mura, no quote atake day, no quote atake way, no attract that fefe with a professional expertise. Juma onimye and oye. And tips to say ufa question up producers ne busa ye na. Now ufa kata dia point muna you understand say nankebe boy pa because where I just a report ke we intrigue ke o tell say nankenya full report of this committee and findings no ye na. Nanka bi mu ntimi mbe ka so Kotoko biom yenya full report na nanka bi nimum enya de akokuduro say they want to come back and rank Kotoko because just an interim report and make me the form board na board ke sans amu sans mu kire say ade we no mu gina so e they blended this board together to achieve a common aim so to I think say this board yembo mabaso the management have done a very good job because I say Katana Adia mention who ya they appointed the board board no super fan and almost no they have achieved that target and I think say and yambo mabaso na ye hope say bibia ebeko ye kama say after the bibia kama
oh say oh make your point and me hey Govi legend yeah go ahead.
Oh, okay. That's it. Mamiro Mkakrana, Yanshe, Professor Lydia Nkansa, Yamame, and then a report Kokoma, Menshia, or Henena Nkasa Naja. Based on that, and also at the
the Obi was a question, Mamma, if you can answer. Ozia Kanzaki to say to Kotoko today enjoys financial prudence and corporate integrity and dynamism. On financial prudence, how has he even seen audited accounts of the club for the past 2 years? And is he aware of the financial position of the club at the moment?
Yes, I can answer him. One, the audited report no say kotoko abu kunta this management bu kunta you know.
So you have seen an audited report, or you have heard or read about?
I've heard, and many a very close a year the club din komo. Amana say even like I say Obama me the you didn't send me the you know, but I'm saying me follow up Obama me say they didn't make an I debt like for the past 2 seasons in Kotoko and declared a fence loss by a profit after 2 seasons in spending on you know and for so back Kotoko. And I think that we be the first time in the in the club history say in administration beer or declare profit at Kotoko, because the entire one no in previously no because oba as a chairman or the bottom can run team no. When the chairman comes or the Nibotosika and run team no. For example, now when the previous board executive board chairman I can say or the 86 billion OCD there was no document to back it. But where there because of how corporate and now Kotoko, you do your expenditure, your revenue, be how can you fast so spend you usika na what balance you sheet no whether a loss or profit.
There was no document to back the claims of 88 you know say the say what they are channel which one of them
I say there's no claim and I said document to back it
so now a kabia ni hosa na also what they are channel
no say say ulidi oku o say wa oboka 86 billion what they are che and what they are channel you should know say 86 billion e be a hotel 1,000 e be a player say me to on say me chia say then you tell us no me hu say there's a document say 86 billion no say na me spend here na buy so but today there's a
Ribusa question be number
and
I answer
and me answer so
now are you answering okay with it?
Oh mean cast but if you say because number say come me a show kakra because me say as say 88 billion ye dey chair there's a doubt as to whether indeed the KPIs are wo hono
why na so or the chair why na what doubt no we concern we am fi say mtina unze kuviwa hwemi a my din am a bit careful now because one one more the team no doctor and so on, you know, when he went there and then presented the state of the club to them and says all their channel, there was no issue.
And I said no,
exactly.
There was no issue. So why should anybody have an issue with that?
I don't know the point. I'm wondering why people are creating doubt.
I've already discussed. I did with my discussion. I have severally said, if you want to understand it, ABR where Ubia be one opinion on it, but after say Dr. Kwame Chekoye's presentation to Menshia, the owners of the club. After that, then an appointment of the new board in here, and when they were appointing Dr. Kwame once again as the board chairman, as someone can and say he has been retained because for the past 3 years he has in recognition of the fact that he single-handedly financed the club for the past 3 years, and he no corresponding even with say if you have this amount of money, I give it out. Unless
like what is the issue about? It's a debt cancellation.
No, sir. Let me answer question now. Let me tell you.
Debt.
And based on what I've heard, and where proper.
I think so. People say a question.
Yes.
Say, how do you know the financial position of the club now for you to say that today there's financial prudence, there's integrity, and all that? I think you have answered it.
Yes.
Say, based on what you have heard.
Yes, for the past 2 years.
And it's a KPI.
Yes.
And that Obia. Okay, so no. It ends it. And go to our legend. Or no, if you have a follow-up question, so, you come.
Professor Lydian Cancer and Opem so a friend no did you make a crash and sir. Semekai pass at that time, no, the idea was there were a lot of administrative lapses. It was
say that the questioner can get the audited accounts from the FA if the general. If the club was running at a loss, the club licensing board would have raised it as a financial breach. So they are not running at a loss at the moment.
But saying from that time, you say licensing board not raise financial breach.
No, they raise it once a while.
No, but I'm talking. Which one was the last time?
There was an occasion. It was raised on a club.
Kotoko.
Minim Kotoko asem. Me say they raise it on football.
So say is the subject in Kotoko. Ndikebia in time no. We get to know.
Ono is saying that.
Omo raise something about it.
Clubs na omo de kano. GFA. A way you can get there.
Omo de club licensing details no buy no. Class no financial and be red danger. They have problem.
Right. Ati legend prof Lydian Cancer then report come mention based on that mention so take one or two decisions, and in my opinion I think say report no so abamfa so dey Asante Kotoko report no e so abamfa so e dey Asante Kotoko because of their club no a free bar and once again
because
for the third time.
Okay, I think this also whatever Zakito is saying is hearsay. Corporate entities have their audited accounts on their website. I'm currently on the club's website. There's nothing there. But the father is not there doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And the organization be on audited accounts on a websites in this country. I think that should be a standard practice elsewhere, but how they are not usually.
Okay. So legend, maybe this Prof Jume di the man mention any opim so na nkasa no. Meji this so abamfa so e dia ma Asante Kotoko as a football club. Baby ametie I know say Prof Lydian Cancer report no based on that and they forming a new board for Asante Kotoko. So meet me aka said the report of Professor Nkansa gave birth to the new Asante Kotoko board ya omudi dwumadi dia ma Asante Kotoko. Enti obefan from board no so by normal matimi aye dia ma football club no. The formation of this new board as a result of that legend Asante Kotoko today they have a sports complex enye sanity omo a training facility Asante Kotoko ewo befitting of administrative offices ewo adakwajache omo baabi a players ne call mu training kama pitches gu ho omo gym center omo ankasa tim di omo training na omo mazen kakran na omo fitness level ni nyina akosro sa facility na ewo adakwajache no is as a result of South Board, the formation of the board, and South Board do not also made an appointment of Nane Aponsa. So, legend, there's a link. We formed a board appoints CEO no so ne ideas today. Put all of these things together. Asante Kotoko, and a befitting a training complex. And I think say it's good for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. We are talking about a club I attended in 1935. A club I attended in 1935. And no mutimim boast of such a facility. So as a result of our report nearby, near forming new board, na say new board no so far a CEO Emra. Na as a South Casa no money in album, not today Asante Kotoko, a training facility. I think it's a step in the right direction. Asante Kotoko, aye bibi and it's very much monumental legend. Sadia ne da hono enya de ketwa. Mrs. Asante Kotoko in 1935. Now fair na club ni betime boost of a befitting training facility a catcher said this current board and any management on my idea. And if free Professor Lydian Cancer report to him and eba. Number 2, legend. The club today said yeah, mention kaino through the appointment letter no motion no maminu sporting performance as well as commercial performance of the club. See the expectation and also meet standard be na expected from her. 3 years even though this year is yet to end. But 3 seasons Asante Kotoko 2.5 seasons Kotoko ever 1 league title. They've not performed so well in Africa. But then winning a league for the past 7-8 years now Asante Kotoko ain't me winning Ghana Premier League. 2 ubetimi akase is a credit on the field of play. Then commercial activities of the club. Today, the financial status of Asante Kotoko. Media Brediana Mekasa Semui. Say a boss a yebe season, you know. Now Asante Kotoko and say any other club, legend, at the club Bakum Yenua, it doesn't nullify all the positives. Say be the players Kabakum, it doesn't nullify positives in Nina and Shininina Tungu Dabi. Because not to justify Sadiano, but it doesn't mean say club on financially weak and as a poor. It happens sometimes. Football administration, even the elites, and one and saying a did you video. So sometimes it happens. Not to say it is good for the club, but then so far Asante Kotoko ene na se enkon koyese an individual person name club on air try to generate revenue from all sources, internally generated funds to run Asante Kotoko. Me assure say na sa kaka clear that way. Kotoko ye dey within Asante Kotoko, they will try to generate revenue and clear size Canada one nyina. Some of the players car. So financially they've not created a lot of debt. Me who say there no, unless maybe we will also be patient, then after 3 years no, we will get a full report on how our financial status of Asante Kotoko ekwoye. But ene tie kakra ye nya no. Ye hu sa Asante Kotoko the amount for ka. Dia kan nyina within the club, e bia player salaries kakra kan ba kum yenu, e bia winning bonus ba kum yenu bia kam. That is fine and definitely it will be dealt with. So legend, on the commercial aspects, Asante Kotoko, I think at the moment in this country, if they are not the best, I think they are one of the best in terms of generating revenue to run the administration. And they are good for Asante Kotoko. Legends, so free one as Obahasia. And Asante Kotoko, they've always had a bus in Pachati. If we say a tech club, the bus in the but today we talk of an improved bus, I mean, in terms of standard wise. A befitted the status of Asante Kotoko. And it's a workers have no money in boom. I think say Professor Lydia and cancer, and especially me the baby hear me pay legend. Administrative lapses. Okay, sa period na no man name where my yete sa committee na legend obekai. Na GFA for atwa Asante Kotoko. Say omon form a board no mentimi form a board. Na edru baby na wase mention intervene. Na FIFA atwre na kwambonsu kunte. Na sa no ma na eba. Na ye administrative lapses. Today the administration is run well, in my opinion. You don't hear people taking Kotoko, hey, you don't hear those things. So the administrative department of Asante Kotoko, no, today the club is run very well. It is offered the administration of Asante Kotoko. Father Kodachi project about Besio. But I don't mind so I can within 3 years in Ukraine, my you. Within 3 years, you. So now, you say, so 3 years and you made their board with the management. We are so na management and board will be a buy be at me as hard then within 3 years. The jump patch of minutes already. What is 3 years? No, I got to go baby more abidry. The financial position of the club, bass and how we kept the players. So far, it has been done within 3 years. And since 1935. So be a trust 3 years, be a being kakran. Now, and question the say, can he find an Asante Kotoko dinner? It made the Mijidis a Professor Lydia and Cancer report. Based on that, and now open source, the appointment of this board. And a board on also appointing CEO and an appointment in the management. And I think say a swab for so they are Asante Kotoko. So legend, it is fine, but
okay.
we will get a full report and I say proper audit at the end of 3 years. Send the mention and as assessment proper make us a proper assessment of it now. And say I say legend director for you may we are on any penny for be assess ye be the bit me atana say but ye we be na e opem so na kasa na be assessment of me for almost so many ndiduma mame 3 years ni see na koye
and him say
yes
boards there now they have roles of supervision and direction, but the bar execution, implementation of Sometymer Otuo-Acheampong is done by management.
Yes.
Me go so twa Govukai, my famous 22, no?
Yeah, me kai pa.
Yeah, I'm still on it. And I want the direction. Who's a dynamic can say, also mum.
Yes.
We have to lift the discussions up. Now, yeah, for instance, what were the KPIs?
Key performance
and
indicators.
The main issues are the KPIs. What the key performance indicators as the indexes, then we will ask ourselves, because for instance, I've come across a figure as part of that a total IGF generated by protocol in the last 3 years, led by the chief executive, 28 million 500. Now
28.5. 28
million
25
28.5 million. It's now about 285 billion. So I'm looking at the breakdown, which covers sponsorship, gate proceeds, player transfers, FIFA Cup, GFA Star Times, Fabu sensors, virtual seats, friendly matches, appearance fees, GPL prize money, government supports, other income, and all that. Me say we need to raise the discussion. What I say? So we are. When I finish, I'll come.
Possible say ubet mama and breakdown.
Send now. Me all your work now. You are doing
the question. Send.
It's possible. We will discuss. It's possible when I finish.
Yes.
Send me preamble. No. Me say I'm enjoying discussion here because but I mean to me working and so. The work that brought the 22. Winner.
22
achievements. No.
Yeah.
And I'm also looking at the KPI. There ba kuna mi hu here. Juma the current board of directors, no, Omoka said CEO Nenye. What exactly did they tell him? What is in his appointment letter? Because as we wind down, I'm sure he was appointed in August 2020. August 2020. So, if free Samreno, what did they ask the CEO to do? And what has he been able to do? And I think that will form whether the young man is a failure or not.
Now, you say, the castle on Quayano. Say any different from the castle board for Quay and
you are making an inference. That's not what I'm doing. Say, why? Maybe I was given an appointment letter. And the chief executive of this company asked specifically, said, this is where I want you to take Oyerepa to in the next 5 years. But what else? And you know, judge me. And no, I didn't judge me. And the Miami did during the interview say I will be able to do this, which was agreed and signed off by the directors. So what I say. So and no, I'm struggling to get it. Once I get it, I'm sure by next week or I want to know especially the KPIs. Who influence you say okay, my who argument say there was a certain Professor Lydian Cancer. Or in a report on the command Timura for Tum for name penning for. So based on that, also form a board. So what you are saying is what you are saying is that based on the terms of reference, our board no one and not na omo debema chief executives or to execute. Yes. That's your point.
Yes.
But I'm saying that yes, whatever, I will not argue with that. But the bema me nipa kura adwuma na nes ebi kura no mo yibi film. Ebi come the big can. So for you to use the board there non may not be enough. Because what I say, apart from what the Lydian Cancer Committee asked the board to do, they might have even added some. The I want to get hold of, and I'm inching closer.
Yeah, sir.
Hold of. Kratana on the far Abrante and Juma. Nadia some normal catcher and say, in few when you person we
no mama said the understanding of it and say
the day of us unveiling no the voice no they said it there papa no
oh yeah can't let idea for be adwuma as a voice like it the voice dey say ko bi ko wan summarize
the understanding in let me
voice dey be I summarize so e be am say ma share me buy me say as o me say that the letter na e dey man say clat ya for adwuma nche I don't know
the understanding in say mention appointed board no unso wa kan and no more dem board no unso wa kan this is here okay the appointments of the board no there's a statement to that effect there's a statement there's a release the appointing board and then wa kan and to be in board ni jumedi
very good but you don't have that one of the CEO
and we they will be saying say CEO no so ya appointing no just like mention more targets ni lot and no be so na board no so the ma what I say enti ono so ne de no enti na make say the season na
yeah board no yes mention say board ni nyama wo no any the board no be ka say CEO no nyama wo no enye far from
whether a far na close no I'm saying that the obi bia na guessing
of course yes and there
what I say okay say there was a certain 33-40 page document be document na e ka say leaking okay
because I presented it here first don't so plagiarizing
very good there's a leaking no one say one was 40 one was 33 so what I say I'm also getting closer there also I want
that document I still have that document
what 33 and
I present I have to check the pages but I have that document
there be back 33
and I'm saying and
the kind me what about will be
document na present a PowerPoint presentation before the board I have the club. I have that document.
I know I can look for it.
I discuss it here. Yes.
So kai story na summary na.
Yeah.
I can't say be leaking.
Yeah.
There was a 33-page document and there was a 40-page document.
Okay.
The same document on the man board, the leaking was 33.
Okay.
But what he finally presented to the board, if you speak to some of the board members, was a 40-page document.
Okay.
And no ne kwan bi so ko sign it kakra say, okay, the story then that he did not leak that document. Okay. If you know fan say he did it. Others were going to say all of those things they are some no ko kachire omo. Based on that, and ordinary appointment no. Because that document was the interview.
Yeah.
No. Oka yo chi omo oka asem ni wie no e no mo man appointment in the appointment letter e dey na ya twero wom so we will look at that one and then compare say nei emu dey no wetumi dey no wontumi ye mark no 4/10 ana say na ye be mark ya dey wa ana 2/10 ana 6.5 ana 4 so we what I say
yes
anti unse mi tie unse wa hwe na ma tie zakito dey me na nya adwene na mi tie no to go vuzo me tell so far
oh some my bullet na ma say them person here say why you careful legend radio why you careful a man for be for the internal issues na cause Asante Kotoko to say Professor Lydia cancer report no kra say bi anya hwe amfa club no and then am person very clear on it report na there and no na this our board we ne ho no manyina aba but the internal issues in there legend maame no so aye na dwumadi ko wonu maame na wie na de obeye
hand over document
na ohene friend no so ndi dwuma ma no and we di no the document na bra and based on document no mention so your appointment of board ne ade and omu nyina akotena chinti ye ba wase ya assess our board ne ba as a result of maame ne dwumadi odi ye na emfa so be na dia bra Asante Kotoko family.
Okay.
But any binum yes then no cause we see you ne board chairman and say yes and to fa no answer ya beka se ma me ne dwumadi na odi and so amba fa so ama Asante Kotoko as a result of that Kotoko Adakwaja Achi project sports complex administration is being run very well this time round and ne dwumadi ne die legend so amba fa so de ama Asante Kotoko abusuya no board administration, commercial, sporting, these are key areas about me after so I think say it is good for team friends Asante Kotoko. Legend, enra me kase mu ofia say ewiano. House of Focus where na omo prepare for a Bichim game no. It's a very crucial game. House of Folk as against a Bichim United. Na me approach na House of Folk e person mo the ball Bichim United no. Legend Bichim that second position. Bichim that third because media man that second. Is that it? Media man that second. House of Folk e person o movie up. Mitie Oklu interview post match no after the game against Oyerepa. And also House of Folk will compete for the Premier League with 8-9 games to go. Time Bekano ha following day say what say Obeji Premier League with 8-9 games to go there, then every single game Okulu would have to play for a win. You have to play for a win. Then dear guys in here and say Samuel Inkum and a glass na wako LED team no emomo ye meeting among the playing body. Players na nka so bia nka ho led by Samuel Inkum eno me legend patcho se ne be am rein fi kura no Salifu Ibrahim manager Mr. Sedu nyame ado o kira Friday
Di Maria
nyambo o kira ne birthday
kira se Oyerepa
nyambo o kira manager birthday man kira na mrefi Otechiman Salifu Ibrahim Di Maria manager nyambo o kira
Baby, I'm going to jam.
Into Bedu Otechiman.
Baby, I'm going to go. I'll for example.
It didn't escape me, but Tama, once I not just will be doing Otechiman.
You Musa, go feed him. I said, go feed a manager. Go feed a manager. Maybe manager chairman full of you. And Okum.
Oh, Okum come down quite home. Oh, okay, oh fine. Okum come. Mayor.
Coach.
Who's ready? Saturday na or best ride no. Say last week Saturday no best ride no. Say nyumre no. Mini coach transfer. Emma on my mission Rhys James agent. Rhys James agent and so dim come fine. The tenancy dim come no nom kakra fine. And we had a lot of discussion with na koku na ana nkan no
nom kakra as a DS and meme be a channel nom bibi.
Ati kochi so legend it was good. Say players and ankasa share no me discussion how to approach a Bichim United game no. And I understand say Mpenifon so be sure mo before sa game no.
Yeah.
House of Folk team na da ho no.
Obo acha na me na.
And chess
maintaining gache.
And chess.
Onya injury na be.
Onya injury.
Be hold more of bench back go so.
Onya injury but sometimes no. Na
the one boy ahead of him. And the time I met for the neighbor no.
I know.
Me for that yeah.
Befi
winger no. What bench?
Okay.
Nayana me say me the makase I always prefer him to play right back than Amankwa.
They are technical people no they see something
and I miss me hunisa because at any point in time Amankwa Befi was freed up front no you who no more the man has for forward play so why don't you allow Inkum to play in the number 2 in a way say and the Inkum the lead these are players and more yes are meeting no legend how to approach a Bichim United game this season. Across the folk menkai one big away win. Aduana Asante Kotoko. Oman to me. Mediama Oman to me. The next game against Bichim United. And it has anyone winning one big away game this particular season. One big away game. But the house of folk no. Some person who win the Premier League now. They need such a result. Big win. They just are here. Big, you need a big. I know now is a more breno. City per result. Big win at Arsenal. Big win. Me pa just say. Say ejina preparation. Me pa just ejina preparation. How you prepare? How you prepare for the game?
Concentrate on the Champions League, which is more important. City, Guardiola, Matampo can prove them wrong this time round. Don't concentrate on the league. You are proving everything.
At the moment, no, me can Saturday, almost square size, you know, and you're capable to play all the 3 competitions now. Can FA Cup, League, Champions League.
Champions,
oh, that.
Say Messi, Champions.
Or cry your cry.
You prove them wrong.
Cry your cry. Cry your cry. Soon.
That's the panel on the tune of
only panel that will be an fighting for Premier League.
Pep there. Kofiso, you know.
Say do baby.
Zaki Tomoyen says, Siasiamo and a Champions League Unimoji and Messi Unimoji concentrate there and leave the league. You have done it 4 times the last 6 years.
Okay.
Concentrate.
Okay.
Never drag Palmer, the Puku Mamu.
So, legend, no. And tell us a house of folk prepare very well.
Okay.
Marshall Mutimino, the woman are very simple. Medical can ufia say Saturday.
Okay.
Nyetiano say I see do bebaha like the same manager bebaha Friday no.
Hey sir.
Na oba so a chairman so nche chairman so betu kwan kakra.
Hey sir.
Nti na wasan ke nyina yeshi.
Ko je so na ukra.
Oh that. Sanra. I me point na manager friend me ma me itinerary bi.
Okay.
Okay. Me na manager she say manager so yeah strong house of folk supporter.
Okay.
Chief house of folk manager. Unsa manager no am can if you know on mentions are. Big man. We're house of folk, strong house of folk supporter. And so when the mommy itinerary and say, "Ombe to kwan kakra, ombe kwa kakra."
Okay.
And see, likely say, "Be kra na mene si do." Ebi you be na kra.
Exactly.
Be kwa kujo mo kwan bi ombe to kwan mo ko US. And see, likely say, "Be you be na kra." But after the share program, see, be so.
So why?
Man, fancy.
But my every. I say, tell Kofi has beat Mediama at home.
Okay.
Now we're talking about a big win and
a big win.
This is from. So how's the chance to man? Second.
Almost a big win. Almost a Mediama war. Yeah. It's good. Yeah, that one is good.
Okay, Tizaki to na be our message be mount. No say enti Bruno no wasa ana. But nobody has said that. No question ever.
Okay.
I may disagree with Zach on his Man United analysis today, but for I to say that Casemiro is at United because Real Madrid sack him is strange and untrue.
No, I said on one inside.
It's strange and untrue.
Then the money is strange.
Kofi, I say we wait to my judge.
Then the money is strange.
Why Casemiro was shipped out of Real Madrid?
Wasn't shipped out of.
Oh, and the legend. He wasn't shipped out. Yeah, okay.
But not gradually, there were issues.
There were no issues.
There were issues with the starting lineup.
No. He was one playing. Even the last game that.
No, what can we are not?
Not sure. Maybe more. Not bomb as accept.
Okay. On one
hand, but on one of you say I have to go and play for the Champions League. Greatest club in England.
Real Madrid now, there's no way you can win Europa. Madrid
play for the greatest club. Madrid.
Anna,
I had
won everything apart from Europa.
And Valverde.
Casemiro no so no pesca.
Casemiro was shipped out.
Nesca the sky. Oh, Madrid. You will read the messages and see what's up. Na me ka say, more pen ni paper no. Mumwame na see what we can do this. So sponsorship. And I did some work on how clubs generate revenue. So into offer match day, no offer commercial revenue, no offer TV or broadcast. Nina Nema 10 now will come under one of them, apart from sponsorship, gate proceeds, which is match day, player transfers, which is one of the main sources. Like until recently, Nebua Ghanaian clubs, so Nebua other ones. FIFA Cup, GFA sponsors. That Star Times. That will also be FIFA Cup. Star Times is the broadcast rights. In Kotokoskis now they are doing Fabu census, so and also be a source of revenue. Then they also do virtual seats, friendly matches. If you win the league, you are given prize money. So that's also prize money. Ghana, we have governmental support. So government supports, and others. Yes. Okay, so we look at that. Probably look at expenditure. Then all of that, the KPIs.
Yes. But what you are setting?
Let's lift up the discussion.
But what you are setting is
2 + 2 = 4. Let's lift up the
so, but what you are setting now is in all, they generated 28,500,000.
The figure is
and I change this album.
Roughly between 28 and 29.
Okay.
Point. Okay, man. A billion. We are talking about 280 something, 290. That is what me and I'm being careful.
Okay,
it could be less or more.
Okay.
But probably it's around that
figure.
Now the patterns of expenditure.
Yes.
Where have you been spending?
Very key.
Any idea whether you met expectation? Because me assure say by the end of July, they will not be available. Me can't say more, but given how long they were asked to stay. But what you go say Otuo say Oyerepa contract no say songs and sign no say
asana moti hu mon ka range
oh I think we'll be no
asana mon ka range
songs and sign
sign
just say na we can dey who critique that
sound no I remember to no the old baby so
all right let's then I had the general manager
and it do baby say you go pull document.
Okay.
We will pull the archives. Yeah, what is in Kofi Ricky's name?
Wow.
We have to just look at that. Oh. All right. Okay. I'm but for question up here discussion, okay. And so generate interest kakra. So
coach they no make no hurry.
Okay, be so be contribution to the research, or say apart from the KPIs, I'm suggesting that these parameters will help in your data collection on reasons for the change or maintenance of the current protocol management, research participants, respondents, and he's talking about sample size of 100. Also, I like what
okay.
Sample size of 100 or divided into this cohort.
So the fund anybody amebo.
Cohort say supporters. Supporters 30.
Yes.
Media 20.
Okay.
Past management and administrators 10.
Okay.
Footballers past and present Kotoko 5. Football experts 5. Other fans, general non-Kotoko fans. Okay, say friend Daniela Ka aka Samu.
Me share na.
Oh
Samu participants na do mobile no ohwe groups na they are interested parties.
No, so sometimes in research you need interested parties.
All these are interested parties. I mean, supporters, media, they are interested. And say, find anybody their area no work on. But I
go say,
but I
go say, you know, and Ken Harley that one say in on any interview now, but open the new brand.
Omo ya nene.
Or say go say I've given the answer. Responded to Baforce issue about Obokotoko in
okay.
And you can listen interview now.
Yeah, they are big interviews. So Katen's on drop on hands. And we can say no the office of the GFA General Secretary.
Okay.
No, ne prosper. Ne website and this and you know Kings TV. And no car said Nesobe kwesi apia. So on my on family hands.
When say
go pie baby ah.
When
say munga mu session so akeka boom either akoto no so aye.
I can hardly. I didn't even munga mu session.
Oh ni me no. And no so akeka boom.
22 you know.
And rather is doing well. We are no send the idea and that's say Adwa Safua. Adwa Safua and born again the two so Adwa Safua. Our own Adwa Safua. Star Boys or where?
Ines.
Adwa Safua, the Adwa Safua.
They say about
Otuo-Acheampong.
Okay.
Maybe one of these days we will share.
Okay.
I say we have meetings here. We have meetings here. If you address for me,
so I say, oh, that picture be
okay.
Insanity. Watching the show live and clear from Name Airport. More fire. Congrats to Man City for eliminating Bayern Munich. Kingsley Amankwana and say. Man City team, it wasn't easy, but Thomas Tuchel, look, they said no. if one of my players play like the referee today, I wouldn't take him out to the public. And would the other two as a referee here then? Please accept the fact that you were beaten. Boare Francis or say it's my hope that Inter wins this year's Champions League. Kotoko beat Eduano on Sunday. Kotoko and Liverpool are the best clubs in the world. Watching from Barikesi and all. This time only Akanubium. I want all supporters of Arsenal to massively support Man City to qualify to the final of the Champions League so that they are focused fair. I've been in Pep Guardiola. Their focus of energy will pave way for us to also win the Premier League. Greetings to all theocratic world. Crespo say replacing Najima with Tuchel is one of the wasteful decisions in the history of football. How? I said Tuchel has a better track record than Nagelsmann. And he's a senior. He's done things more than. Prince Admago said in the Bayern City games, Akito said he doesn't believe in the experience and pedigree argument in football. A few minutes later, he said Juventus will use experience to eliminate Sporting. What a walking contradiction. Pius Amwati, sometimes you will understand how Zakito does his analysis. We beg our king to please allow his admin to continue their good work for Krobia. Those who want the downfall of this administration will be put to shame. Kwekwa Nancy, Ohewo, Anum in Accra. Boachian Duso Zakito, you are even going far. Our own late Achu in the Turkish league owing him several months of salary. Okay. Then Michael Ajiman, or say, listen to Zakito. He's drawing his analysis from near Jay's point of view. Okay. Kofi Usumen says Zakito is beyond spot on. When it comes to salary delays, journalists in Ghana know better. Yet they always skip to fight for other professionals. Okay. Michael Ajiman said, for the first time, Kotoko runs on a budget. The club uses IGF to finance its operation, even in the area of poor attendance, and its effect on revenue from the gates. The club has been sustainable financially, completing a project at the training ground, securing a brand new bus, clearing some legacy debt. These to me are enough to conclude that the financial position of the club is in good state. Okay, so those are the arguments we want to hear. Oba can some make points and let's see. Mesene Chama Kwabo.
Ya me amedi.
Na ho ye de.
Me adom ho ye pa.
Okay, na Sevilla ne Man U bo no.
Ai be shon be 3-1.
Ah ye nyina ye mpaye ne se. Ye mpaye ne se. Ye mpaye ne se. Nyame moa yi Sevilla fo. Mpaye na ho mpene no.
Dabi no mnyere.
Zakito, de ho mpene no. Nyame moa Sevilla.
Chama no mnyere.
Ah?
No mnyere.
Ona onya de omuso mpaye omabo akire nyame no nyame ko nti
si enko ba ko ya ari na bomba
obetie ene mayu behye oli se nya sana mepe
ye behye pass no wa na se behye akọ
mayu dem say draw nti che bia ye win
okay
mayu behye ene me wo fa so si akan final boys no ma brepa bo ma bo no this year no nyame mo awo mo
wow
nyame no crack. My
manager. Musunchuru Bank. Afiakubi.
Hey, Auku. And I Auku birthday.
Kakito bike wi
Auku my own Facebook my
come me pen picture by me my
Auku. Is Auku ni bosom tubie mo.
Sir.
Auku in business.
Enti hu ibisa Unisem.
I say Unisem no yeah.
Oh okay.
Oni bosom tubie.
Oh okay.
They open ska o ha.
Na no me friend nti.
Ayi for so.
O direct me.
Asamoah ya de.
Oh okay.
Asamoah ya. Say na go for ka say journalist for. Different journalist ultimate any bank for ka. No mama ka pay ni ba no mate.
Hi.
But please no money salary. Bank put me to my school fees.
Mr. Man of Oscar Boutique. Oscar Man, they say, Unia. Or boutique na was chairman.
Those spread out tentacles.
Oh, that be say, yeah.
You know, yẹn ni yẹ o.
Oṣooṣù Harry. Oṣooṣù Harry.
Chama who blackmail you?
When you open up, when any part of
Any part of what? No, so do.
Chama ne baba no. Also when you 2 years.
Leslie.
Leslie.
Chale mo my card men bia Manchester messages. One of the messages you love to.
Yeah, wishing happy birthday.
You love to. Or say Kofi Adio about this argument of financial prudence and I'll say on office and Kotoko financially stable. These are the reasons. Or they for the first time Kotoko runs on a budget. The club uses IGF to finance its operations, even in the era of poor attendance and its effect on revenue from the gates. The club has been sustainable financially, completing a project at the training grounds, securing a brand new bus, clearing some legacy debt. But these to me are enough to conclude that the financial position of the club is in good state. Right? Yeah, yes, yeah. For these are good indicators.
Yeah. Me try because breakdown no crowd ebe born.
No, I'll feed you. I'll give you. Me na. Me need boys into me bread. Yeah, see.